What's up with you? For today's video, with a full Greavard evolution team. Today is Pumpkin Day, so I thought I'd do an appropriate team. Super Bowser, this one is for you. So I'll be using 2 Greavard and 2 Houndstone on this team. I've got the abilities Fluffy, Sand Rush, and Pickup. I really wanted to make Pickup ability work, so I came up with a strategy for that, of course, and the other Pokemon too. And I've got 5 battles today, so I really hope you enjoy. First battle here, I have no idea who this opponent is because it's a random battle, but they've got a Hooper, and the Hooper's got no name at all. It's just a blank space. So I was like, I don't even know if you can actually do that. Maybe they use like the space bar or something like that. I have no idea. Anyway, it's very spooky. So my first Pokemon is going to be Greavard. It's a scary face set, you know, scary face Halloween. And this is a pickup ability. So pickup as the ability Trick, and I've got Scary Face, Lick, and Headbutt. So it's like a flinching set. And what I want to do with the ability Pickup is I want to give the opponent a Citrus Berry Trick. Then my ability Pickup will activate because if an opponent actually consumes that item or the Citrus Berry, it'll actually activate and make me heal it as well. It's actually pretty cool. In this matchup with the Hooper, I wasn't able to get the Pickup going though. So we're going to go into Houndstone now because I got wrecked by this Hooper. This Hooper is actually a really big problem. So my Houndstone, I've got a special one. It's a throat spray set. And I've gotten this as the ability Sand Rush. So I've got Snarl, Shadow Ball, Terra Blast, Fighting, and Sandstorm. So I was trying to do as much damage as I could. That Shadow Ball went right in the hole, and it did pretty good damage here. So the naughty Hooper is going to use Shadow Ball again, and that is the end of Houndstone. So things are looking very desperate at the moment. Next Pokemon is Greavard number 2. Not a bad shiny too like that. So like almost looks like a birthday cake. Anyway, here comes Hyperspace Fury. Greavard has lived on 4 health with a bulky Everlight set. This is going to be a, let me bring it up. We got Charm, Rest, Sleep Talk, and Nightshade. Max Health and Max Special Defense, Careful Nature. Ability is going to be Fluffy Item Everlight. So the Hooper is going to go for a Phantom Foot. I don't know what this Hooper set is, but anyway, it's going to faint my Greavard. Now, the first Greavard was a Max Health, Max Attack set, and the Houndstone, the special one, was a Max Speed and Max Special Attack set with, Max Health and Max Special Attack set with Modest Nature. So I'm down to my last Houndstone here. Things are looking desperate. I haven't even taken a single Pokemon out, and I set a Sandstorm up. Now, my item is going to be Smooth Rock because we want to increase that Sandstorm for 8 turns instead of 5. And I've got Last Respects, which is a very powerful move, Sandstorm, Crunch, and Howl. I decided to actually get a Howl off here because I thought I've got nothing else to do, and it's going to boost my attack. So I went for Last Respects, and obviously Hooper is going to faint now. My EV spread was Max Attack, Adam Nature, and Max Speed. So with the Sand Rush as the ability, that's going to double my speed in the Sandstorm. And with Last Respects, I've had 3 Pokemon faint. So that's going to be an extra 50 base power on top of what it already is, which is really nice. So currently, I've got a 200 base power Ghost type move. Plus, I've got Terra Ghost on top of that too. Out comes Darkrai, and Darkrai is going to go down too. Wait, did that Darkrai have a name? It did have a name. What is with this team? Yo, does anyone know if you can actually do this? Because, like, I want to try it on my son. If you got your Switch in front of you right now, you've got a Pokemon nickname, see if you can nickname a Pokemon like nothing, like just put space in. I'm kind of interested. Anyway, Volcanian's going to get sent to the volcano. Last Pokemon is going to be your boy Malnourished Mewtwo, and they're going to pop a Terra here. Now, the only thing I was worried about was like Terra Normal or maybe Dark, and they've gone for a Terra Psychic. There is no way Mewtwo is going to be outspeeding me here unless it's like Choice Scarf, and it is not Choice Scarf, and Houndstone is going to go for a Last Respects, and that is a Last Respects Houndstone sweep there in the very first battle. Things are looking very grim, pardon the pun, in that battle, but we managed to clutch back there. And, yeah, whoever my random opponent is there, hey, at least they didn't rage quit, right? Let's get on to battle number 2. Yeah, also, people, if you're enjoying the video, if you love the content, you want to support it, and you want the video videos to come in your subscriptions, like, actually come in there, make sure you hit that like button and drop me a comment. What's your favorite ghost Pokemon? I'd like to know. Put it below. I want to see which one's the most popular. So, we got the next battle here. We got a Annihilate lead. I've got a Greavard. They use Trick and, Trick. They use Fling and Toxic Orb, which is interesting. I went for a Lick here on the Naughty Hackmon, and I got a Paralyzed first go. I was like, man, that's actually really, really good. Unfortunately, I can't use Headbutt here, which is a little bit of a shame. So what I was trying to do, I was like, should I give it the Trick and give it Citrus Berry to activate Pickup? And I was like, nah, I'm probably not going to live the next turn, and I didn't. I used Rage Fist, so I didn't want to give that a Citrus Berry. So that's the end of the Greavard. We're going to get this pickup ability to work, trust me. Next Pokemon is going to be Greavard. Now, the Annihilate's gone for a Taunt, so I can't use Rest or Sleep Talk, which sucks. And I can't use Charm either, so my only hope here is to go for Nightshade. So here comes some more Rage Fist from the Annihilate here. That does a lot of damage, but I managed to live, which is pretty impressive. I'm going to land another Nightshade there, and that's I think that's a 3-hit KO. Unfortunately, I didn't get a single paralysis against Annihilate, and it's going to take my 2 Greavards, That'd be so cool, like one birthday. Like, imagine if you got a birthday cake and it was a Greavard. That'd be super cool. All right, next Pokemon, Houndstone. It's my special one. I'm going to go for that Shadow Ball, and that is the end of the Annihilate. So I had to get rid of that. It was way, way too threatening. Now, the next Pokemon to come out here is going to be Ogerpon. Now, I'm not sure of the trainer's name either, so if anyone sees any names here, if you want to translate them, I always appreciate that. There's quite a few people that do that, so big shout out to you. So we got Ogerpon going for, I nearly said throat spray, a throat chop. You need some throat spray after a throat chop, I can tell you that. And now I'm going to go for the Shadow Ball. I knew that it wouldn't take it out, but the main thing here was I was trying to get the sand up because I wasn't sure if I'd be able to do it with my own Houndstone because I had 2 of them with Sandstorm. Now, I'm going to take a little bit of a risk here setting that Sandstorm up so early because this is a full team of 6, but I really have to go for it. So go for last respects there. I'm now at 200 base power. That is the end of the Ogerpon. Next Pokemon is a Naughty Hackmon again. It is going to be Greninja. So I'm like, well, I guess I'll go for Terra Ghost here. I'm sure they've got some sort of Dark-type move coming my way. Now, I wasn't really sure what item they have either. There is actually, it could have Shadow Sneak to outspeed me, but I know that I can live there, It's got some pretty good bulk about it. So I'm going to go for Last Respect's first turn, which is good. I'm like, well, this is not going to live. There's no way, right? And Greninja has got a Focus Sash. So I was like, all right. Dark Pulse, maybe? Instead of using Dark Pulse, it went for an Ice Beam. So it's got Protein, Ice Beam, and it turned itself into an Ice type. It did pretty respectable damage to me, I guess, but it is going to faint to the Sandstorm. So I've got a couple of turns of Sandstorm left here. The thing that was worrying me is it's going to run out. It's not going to be 8 turns like, my one because I've got a smooth throw. So when it comes to Cleaver, I'm going to be going for the Last Respects here again. And that's going to take out another... Wow, this is like a full... like those hack website teams. If you get any Pokemon like this, just send them to the moon. That's 4 Pokemon down. Things are looking pretty bright now. The next Pokemon is going to be Maxcalibur. I didn't want to set up Sandstorm here because I was afraid that it would hit me with like a powerful Dragon-type move and then probably follow it up with an Ice Shard if I managed to live. So I just got rid of it. Last Pokemon is going to be Garchomp, and they're going to be going for a Terra. The only thing I was concerned here was, well, Garchomp is a very fast Pokemon, so obviously I'm going to get outsped here. So they've got that Terra Ground here. I know the Earthquake is most definitely coming my way, and here it comes on my Greavard. Sorry, my Houndstone, and Houndstone is going to turn into a Houndstone after that, but that's it. That's the end of the game. They were lucky, though, because if I had one more turn of Sandstorm, I would have beaten them easy. So, looking back, maybe I shouldn't have set the Sandstorm up then. I should have let Houndstone do it, but I wasn't to know if I was going to be able to live that turn or not. So, it is what it is. Next Pokemon battle, this one is against Lou. I think it's Lou, or Lao, or Lua. I don't know how to even say that. We got a Scarlet. That's, I want to say that's French or... Yeah, I think that's French. Anyway, it's going to use knockoff of my Greavard, and I got one shot of, man, the pickup set. It's not going to work this battle either. So that's the end of the Citrus Berry. We're going to go into Greavard number 2. Now, Greavard can't do a lot here, except from maybe going for, like, Charm and Nightshade. I was thinking, well, I guess I can go for Charm, but the only thing I was worried about is, well, if they've got Flower Trick, they're not really going to be affected by that. So they're going to knock off my Everlight, which sucks. I went for Charm. So at least this would force them to go for Flower Trick if they did have it. I was more thinking about my Houndstones and stuff like that. At least they won't be getting hit by like a super powerful Dark type move. So I got some good damage there with the Nightshade, and they're going to keep going for knockoff, and that's eventually going to take my Greavard out there. So both of my Greavyards are now got. I'm grieving very much at the moment. Next Pokemon is Houndstone. It's a special set. I might be able to get around this, and I was thinking, should I set the sand up? But looking at that team, like, they've still got 6 Pokemon stacked up. So I'm like, nah, I'm just going to see if I can get rid of this thing, right? So I'm going to go for Snarl here, trying to boost up my special attack. I thought with that Charm drop, I would be able to live a couple of hits here, and then I could go for, like, maybe Shadow Ball. This one's actually Terra Fighting. I came across quite a few Dark-type Pokemon, and it was a nice little surprise there, you know, unleashing that. So go for the Shadow Ball on the Meowscardia, hoping it takes it out, but obviously not being very effective, and it's got terrible special attack. It wasn't quite enough. But I managed to live the second hit. I probably would have gone for Night Slash there. That would have done more damage. But Meowscardia is going to faint here. I wasn't really worried with the Houndstone fainted because I thought I might be able to set the stand up then. Anyway, that is the end of Meowscardia, but there's 5 more Pokemon left. Next Pokemon is going to be Flamigator. I went for Snarl to try and drop its special attack. That was a bit of a bad thing because it's got the Weakness Palsy as the item. So I'm like, oh, this is bad. They're probably just going to go for Torch Shong here. They got the Weakness Palsy boost, and then they have Shadow Ball. So, okay, fair enough. I thought they may go for Torch Shong to get like another special attack boost, but it doesn't matter. It's a very, very powerful Shadow Ball. So all I've got left now is Houndstone. Like, I can't set the Shadow Ball. I can't set the sand up due to that Shadow Ball, so I'm going to go for Last Respects here. I'm not going to Terra just yet. I'm going to keep them guessing a little bit, and I'm going to see if I can take it out. So I outspeed, which is good. Not that it's really hard. You know, Skeledirge isn't a very fast Pokemon. So that's 2 Pokemon down, and we got 4 to go. Next is going to be Carcacroc. That's Garchomp, and it's going to go for a Sword Dance. Like, oh, okay. Maybe they've got Focus Sash on this thing. So I set the sand up, which is could be beneficial to Garchomp. I'm not really sure what ability they're running here. I'm going to be going for a Terra Ghost here, just in case I want to get a as powerful hit as possible here. In case it's like it could be like a crazy bulky Garchomp. At this stage, it didn't really matter, right? It was my last Pokemon. So go for Last Respects, outspeeding the Garchomp here, and Garchomp does not have a sash or anything, and it's going to be fainting. It's like, that's really good. I've got 3 Pokemon to go. I've got them. And then there's a salty baby bottle. They rage quitted. So obviously they didn't expect me to outspeed and knew they were going to lose there. So a beautiful, salty, spooky little baby bottle. Let's get on to battle number 4. I have no idea who this is against, so you can translate in the comment section if you like. And we've got a Haxorus Lee. So Haxorus is going to unleash a Dragon Pulse, and Greavard actually didn't take very much damage because it's a special move. So I went for the scary face here. I was trying to get the pickup ability to work. So I outspeed. Headbutt got a crit and then a flinch, and then I went for the lick and it did really good damage. Then they went for a guillotine. I'm like, my man, I'm already a ghost Pokemon. I'm already dead, right? So it failed. So I went for the trick there. I gave them the Citrus Berry. So all I'm gonna do now is make them eat the Citrus Berry, which they will because they're on a lower amount of health. So they've eaten the Citrus Berry. My ability is now going to be kicking in because I am below half health or the end of this turn. So pickup activates, and now I'm going to be eating the Citrus Berry that I ate. So it's actually a very, very cool ability, but difficult to pull off. So I actually wouldn't mind doing a pickup ability Pokemon team. I don't know if I've ever done one, but that could be like a seriously involved video that maybe you'd like to see. Let me know if you'd like to see that. I don't know if I have done it though. That's the only thing. Maybe a real avid Pipnight viewer would know that. I don't believe I have done that though. I'm about 99% sure I've never done that. That'd be a super hard team to do. Anyway, so we got a Ditto coming in. I know they would have loved this set so much. It's a lick war here, so we're licking each other. You know, it's pretty bad because I got paralyzed by lick. I knew it would happen. Like, of course I get paralyzed and the other one didn't. So I'm going for lick, and then the opponent's going for lick. So it's almost like you got an ice cream, right? You continue licking it, and then you look away for 1 second, and then the ice cream falls all over your lap. Man, you gotta hate that, right? So that's the end of the opposing Greavard that was a Ditto. Next Pokemon is going to be Talonflame. Now, they only brought 4 Pokemon too. They're going to go for a Brave Bird and finish off the Greavard. So bye-bye Greavard. Now, my next Pokemon I could bring in here, I was like, I could bring in my Houndstone, my special one. I might be able to, get something rolling here. So, Talonflame is most definitely going to outspeed me, but Flare Blitz does, virtually nothing. So I'm like, oh, well, that's good. I can easily live, like multiple hits from this thing. So I went for Sandstorm. That's going to allow me to outspeed the Talonflame, which is going to be good here. And then I can go for, either Snarl or I can go for Shadow Ball. I decided to go for Snarl, and that's going to be dropping the special attack off the Talonflame. Now, funny enough, after getting my special attack boost from the Snarl, the Talonflame actually uses Flamethrower. So it was like a mix set, which is pretty cool. So props to the mix set. After that Snarl, though, that was nasty damage. That didn't do anything at all. So now I'm going to go for the Shadow Ball, and that is going to be the end of the Talonflame. All they've got left now is one more Pokemon. And the final Pokemon they've got is going to be Tinkaton. So I'm pretty sure a Gigaton Hammer is coming my way. So I'm going to be popping out a Shadow Ball here. Shadow Ball is a 3-hit KO against the Tinkaton. Tinkaton's going to go for a Brutal Swing. Wow, Brutal Swing. That's very nice. Now I'm going to go for a Shadow Ball here. I know this one won't faint, but it'll get very, very close. Tinkaton is going to go for a Gigaton Hammer here. Almost take him out. Very, very close. So the Sandstorm's going to stop here. I was like, okay, fair enough. They're going to beat me. They went for a Disrespect Skitter Smack, and I was laughing so hard. I pressed Sandstorm. I didn't think that I'd live that turn. I thought they'd go for a Brutal Swing. So I was on the floor laughing that they used that move. So they disrespected with Skitter Smack. Whoever you are, that made me laugh a lot. Next Pokemon's going to be Greavard here. They also had Quick Claw as their item too. That's how they outsped me before. I think I might have cut the battle a little bit short there. No, come on, Game Freak, put Versus Recorder in the game. And I swapped in my Greavard and finished off the Tinkaton with a beautiful Nightshade. And that is the end of the fourth battle there. And at least I got to show you that pickup ability in action. Very, very difficult to do for sure. Now, we got the fifth battle here. This is the last battle. This one is against Super Bowser. We have an entire team of Poochyenas, which is going to be interesting. So my first Pokemon, of course, is going to be Greavard. And I'm going to see if I can try and get this to work. But this Poochyena had a Mud Slap, right? And I missed tricks. So I started missing all my moves. Like, my community loves to use, moves against me. That, Mud Slap, Sand Attack, Smoke Screen, Thunder Wave, Confuse Ray, Attract. Although they love using against me because they like seeing me salty, it's like I've created this monster and now the monster is out of control using all that stuff against me, right? So I'm going to go for the headbutt here. Poochyena, it's going to miss. And then it missed the Thunder Fang because I actually got a Bright Powder from that Poochyena. That's disgusting. Mud Slap and Bright Powder. I would totally never use that, right? Do you believe me? Anyway, so I'm going to hit by another Mud Slap number 4000. And I'm trying to get rid of this Poochyena. It's going to be using the Thunder Fang. Unfortunately, with pickup, right, I need to have no item for it to work. So I know that it's unfortunately not going to activate here, which, I don't know, I feel like it would be cool if pickup activate, a buff to it if it did activate, even if you had an item. So, say, for example, I've got the Bright Powder and then the Citrus Berry would activate. I don't think that would be broken at all. I really don't, because it's not that strong to begin with, right? So we got a Terra Steel Poochyena. I'm like, what is going on? I've licked, I've gone for the lick. I think that nearly cut my oh, that would, imagine licking like an axe. Oh, that would hurt. I guess this is Halloween after all. And Greavard is going to get taken to the grave after that. So that's one Poochyena, one Poochyena almost down. So we're going to go to Greavard number 2 here. We got Poochyena 5 staying alive, swapping out there. And we got Poochyena number 2 swapping in. Now, Poochyena number 2, it's also a shiny one, is going to get hit by the Nightshade. So, all right, fair enough. That looks to be a 3-hit KO. Now, it's got the Rattled ability, which is going to increase its speed. And it's a special attacking one with Dart Pulse. I'm like, yeah, I think I can see what they're doing here. They're going to try and flinch me with Dart Pulse. The problem is my only attacking move is Nightshade, so this Poochyena actually at rest as well. I think it might, I don't know how bulky it is, but I'm assuming it's probably like an Everlight bulky set. I've just got that fixed damage, probably doing more damage than Greavard probably would in the before with a normal attacking move. So this Poochyena got 1,000 rattles. I couldn't do anything at all. It's like I got one of those baby rattles and just rattled it in its face. So here comes a Sleep Talk from the Poochyena. It is going to get Dart Pulse. So one more of those and my Greavard is toast. So I have to make sure I can take this out. I'm hoping that the next move isn't a Dart Pulse. I'm hoping it's like Rest or something like like that. So another rattle. It's probably the most time you've ever seen rattle activate, apart from my Gimme Ghoul sweep there. Poochyena's going to go for another Sleep Talk, number 2, and it gets rest. So I can finish off the Poochyena here with a Nightshade. Thank goodness. I'm like you know that would have gone rest again. So that's one Poochyena down. In fact, I've actually got a Poochyena Evo team that I'm working on too. So that's Poochyena number 3. It's going to come out here. Oh, also, I have got a Halloween sweep as well. I don't know whether I'm going to be able to get the sweep uploaded today. Maybe, possibly maybe tomorrow, but I have got one planned and I have to just finish off editing and stuff. But I have to see how I feel because it's like nearly midnight now. So anyway, Poochyena's going to go for a Mud Slap here. And it's another Mud Slap Pokemon. I'm so sick of getting facing Mud Slap all the time. Like all I do is miss moves. Then it unleashes Leah. Mud Slap Leah. I'm like, what is this strategy? So Poochyena is down. I wonder why they dropped my defense for. But my question got quickly answered. Poochyena Ben got what? Is that, I don't know what that name is, but it used Sucker Punch, so that was the strategy. I think this Poochyena is written in caveman. Let me see if I can read it again. Oh, there we go. Bengo Dog Doghouse. Oh, Bengo in the Doghouse. That's what the name is. Oh, I know. I was trying to another rattle Pokemon. I was trying to read that nickname for a second. So anyway, we got how me speak caveman, me go doghouse, that sort of thing. So we're gonna go for a Terra here. It's gonna be Terra fighting. I thought this would be pretty good against a team of Poochyenas. So I've got that Terra fighting, right? I gotta resist that Sucker Punch because things are looking kind of nasty at the moment, like honestly. So we're going to be going for that Terra fighting. I lived the Sucker Punch. Thank goodness I was able to resist that being a fighting type. And I mean, Poochyena isn't like bulky at all, so it's definitely going to be fainting to that. I like Terra. I like the animation of Terra fighting, so really cool. So that's the end of Poochyena, well, the third Poochyena. Now we got Poochyena number 1. So I have no idea what it's going to be. They outspared and missed a player off. That was very unlucky because my Houndstone would have most definitely fainted there. So I'm going to be going for a Terra Blast. I guess that's what happens when you use Mud Slap against someone. You end up missing yourself. And of course, that critical hit matters. So that's the end of the Poochyena. We got 2 more left. So it comes Poochyena 5. I smelled a rat here. I was like, this must have Sucker Punch. But I went for Terra Blast anyway. So we're going to go for Terra Blast, no Sucker Punch. Now, I think the other one's one of the... There's 6 Poochyena here. And you think like at least one of them will have Sucker Punch. So I was like, I'm going to test this because it's probably going to have a Focus Sash. So I went for the Sandstorm, expecting a Sucker Punch here. And instead of using Sucker Punch, I used Psychic Fangs. I'm like, all right, well, it's not the end of the world anyway. So it probably removed the Focus Sash because I haven't seen a Focus Sash one yet. Then my question got, my question and answer got dashed because it was a Toxic Orb set. So I'm like, it's a quick feed ability one. So last Pokemon is Houndstone. I've got the sand up here. I'm going to go for a Disrespect, last Respects, and that's the end of the battle. Hope you people enjoyed today's Halloween theme team. I've done so many of it in the past, and yeah, that's it. Peace out, people.